Hey everybody, this is Cromar with TGN. I'm here today to bring you some more Rift coverage, and today I'm showing you my new guild. No, that's not my character, that's guildmate, that's our tank for this run. I'm going to take a look at Darkening Deeps in this video, and it's about 4 people from our guild, and we'll have plenty more to come from this guild. We're going to be doing endgame content, raids, and so on, and I can't wait to bring all that to you. So, anyway. Let's get on with this. This is Darkening Deeps, the Gloamwood dungeon for Guardians. So if you're playing Defiant, you're not going to be able to see this one until endgame when you play on an expert mode. But as you see, I'm speeding it up for the trash because there's a lot of it, and I want to get this under 15 minutes. So most of this trash is elite, but some of it's actually non-elite, which is interesting. And I'm playing as a Saboteur. My sub-specs are Nightblade and Bard. I have 0 in Bard just so I have the motif that increases attack power and spell power, but I'm failing horribly at maintaining it, as you can see here if you're watching the buffs. There's no excuse, really. I've played a bard in a dungeon in Realm of the Fae. I really shouldn't be failing this bad at it, but that's okay. So we started the group. Our healer had to go AFK, but it didn't matter because this beginning part is so easy it wasn't a problem. And our other mage here, or our only mage I mean, is a Warlock Chloromancer, an Elementalist. And as a Chloromancer, he is able to provide support healing, which is all we need for these weak mobs. Our tank is a Reaver with subspec Paladin for defensive abilities. Reaver is just awesome. And what's our other guy? Melee Warrior. I'm not sure about his spec. So what we've done so far is we go up to the top of this spiral staircase, kind of a spiral ramp, and that gives us these 2 idols as part of a quest. But you don't actually have to do this whole area. You can actually skip most of this if you don't need the idol quest. So we're heading back down now after completing that part. And once you get down to the kind of the bowels of the instance is where you start seeing the real pulls and where it starts to get a little more challenging. This part is very much a pushover. But I'm sure it'll be a lot more serious on expert mode, which we will see sooner or later. I also ran an instance as a Nightblade, and I did great damage, single target, and as well as some AoE damage, which is pretty cool, but I think I like Sabo a little bit better. I can stand at ranged and be safe and just do obscene damage. I think the Sabo's damage was much greater than any other spec I've tried in a dungeon. I also messed around with Marksman a bit, not a dungeon, just doing some rifts, but the damage has been so nerfed since I played it in beta. It's unfortunate. We're getting close to the first boss here. Now, what's funny was we actually had our tank die in the first attempt. The interesting thing about this fight is that the boss starts out immune, and we didn't know that at first, or at least I didn't know that. I suppose other people did, but you have to kill his little underlings here. And I start out AoEing using Splinter Charge, as you can see there, and then I'm switching to single target with Blast Charge to take him down. And then the boss wakes up. Yeah, it doesn't take long at all. And he's easy. He drops fire on the ground. Don't stand in it. There's not much else to do, really. Just DPS him down. These intro dungeons are not exactly rocket science. It's almost there. Yeah, as you can see, the burst from my detonates is just crazy powerful. It's a lot of fun. And actually, I would have got a lot more powerful. I mean, I will get a lot more powerful at level 26 and 20. Actually, let's say 27 and 28, because after that, I'll have 3 very crucial talent points in Sabo that I'll give you a drastic DPS increase. And I'll be talking more about that in future videos once I get up there and can show those talents in action. So there's your loot if you're interested. Skip ahead a little bit and get back to some trash. This trash here is not hard at all. We haven't got to the difficult room yet. Alright, now we're about to get to the more difficult room. I shouldn't say difficult. I mean, it's just we actually had to pay a little more attention to what we're doing once we got here. There's a lot of pats and a lot of stuff that can go wrong, like that group right there hiding around the corner. It's really easy to body pull on accident. We also do a lot of line of sight pulling because there's so many range units. But some of these places are deceptive. They look like they're going to be really good spots for line of sight pulling, but they don't exactly work out. But that's okay. Also around the corner here is another idol for that quest. So our healer went down due to pulling ads. One way or another. I don't know if he body pulled him or aggro pulled him or what, but we're okay to do some more of these goobers while we wait. Yeah, this is not a hard dungeon at all. And this is the hardest part. Once you finally cleared this room, we're getting to the end here. You see this this spot of moonlight in the ground. This is going to be important for the next boss fight.
You there! Set me free!
Get the hell away from that guy!
Yes! Free at last! Please, let me just grab my things before our journey to the top of that death spiral. What is happening to me?
Get it out of the moonlight!
Yes, get out of the moonlight. Unfortunately, this boss, this werewolf boss here, is apparently bugged. And our group members said they had the same problem the other times they've done this fight. But you're supposed to pull him in the moonlight. As you can see, he just kind of stands there and does an AoE that just wipes the group. So you pretty much just have to die and come back. And now, when you pull him, you're actually able to pull him out of the moonlight. As you can see, and you know, it just had no problem the second time. And he goes down really easy after that. He does fear you a couple times, and he'll run back to the center, so you got to pull him back out again. That's about it. And he doesn't sit there, he doesn't instant wipe the group like he did last time either. Even if it takes you a minute to get out of the fear and to pull him out of the moonlight, it's not a big deal. I don't have my infiltrator or my PvP spec set up right now, so I don't have my PvP trinket ready.
Engage.
Don't let it gain
Back off,
strength in the
Commander.
light!
I'm working as fast as I can. Okay, buddy. We don't want to go out there with the big wolfie anyways.
But that's another subject for a future video. Anyway, yeah, there he goes. As you can see, I've been feared. So as you see, we got out of the fear, we pulled him out. He did some damage to the group, but nothing substantial. And we're going to just keep raining the damage. No problem. Playing a Sabo is a little boring, I think. It's fun to see all the big numbers, but I think Nightblade is a lot more entertaining. So is Bard, actually. Bard's kind of fun. So he's going to fear us one more time when he has like no health left. So it doesn't really matter. We're just going to kill him right in the moonlight. There he goes. I got some more voice acting for you here in a second. Oh, and some loot, if you care about that. Our loot was pretty crappy here.
We're free, Conta. Time to
I got
go.
it! I got it! Let's go! Let's go!
I open ways to lower chambers. No way that you see me go down there. Nick, out of here.
Oh, thanks for your help. Yeah, anyway, turn on that fast forward button again and go back to killing some spiders. This part was really, really easy. It's just great for an AoE setup. God, I just target the big guys, put on the splinter charges, and blow it up. It's pretty nice. We actually had someone had to go AFK here for a second, so we were actually missing a lot of DPS. So almost all the DPS you see here is from my from my Saboteur. And also part of this is you have to destroy these burrows. They're kind of like, you know, Gauntlet, the old game, where the mobs spawn out of it. Nice little throwback there. Not much left here, almost to the boss. Really, once you make it to the second boss, you've got very little trash left for the end of the dungeon. Who am I not thinking of? It seems like I'm forgetting one group member. We have Melee Warrior, we have Tank, we have Chloromancer Warlock, and then we have the Healer. I guess it's the Healer I didn't mention. He's a Warden, I believe. I believe he's full Warden, because he does have all 4 hots. Alright. Yeah, there's my motif of bravery. For once. One of the few times you'll see me use it. It's kind of sad, but something I'm still working on with Bard as a sub-spec. So anyway, the spider boss. The spider boss has a little bit you have to know. She will cocoon a random person. You have to break the cocoon. It's not hard at all. I didn't wind up not actually breaking any of the group members broken before I could. It's not easy for a Saboteur to break it because I don't have a lot of instant attacks. So, you know, it's all building up charges and stuff like that, but still tried to. And on the second cocoon and every cocoon afterwards, you're going to get spider ads. And you need to have the whole group kill the spider ads immediately, because otherwise they'll get loose. You also, if you get them on you, you need to go stand on the tank. As you can see, the mage here is not standing on the tank, and he's going to die. And I'm trying to do what I can to kill him or even pull aggro, but it ain't happening. There, I got some aggro on me now, but they're about to die anyway. So for the next group, I'm going to get them right away, and I'm going to pull them straight over to the tank so that the tank can pick them up. The tank, after all, is playing Reaver, and Reaver is exceptionally good at AoE threat by using the spell Plaguebringer, excuse me, and then using their instant cast dots, and it will put high threat dots on all the targets instantly. It's pretty awesome. And I'll maintain a lot of threat very cheaply over time. So there you go. As you see, the strat really works here. Plus I'm just targeting the boss, doing splinter charges for AoE, as well as bombs, and watching the numbers fly up on the screen. Makes me really wish I had a damage meter, because I know I'm just kicking ass here. But so is our warrior, our melee warrior. It's almost down. One more cycle. Boom. There she goes. Not too bad. Ad control is key. It would be easy to lose your healer here if you're not careful. But hey, it was almost like a real encounter in a level up dungeon. That's pretty good. I'd like to see them tune up the rest of it, though. So there's only a couple more packs of trash left. These sludge guys are just completely forgettable. They don't do anything. I'm sure they'll be more difficult in expert mode. Almost there.
What is that sound? Intruders! Hide the gift, my brothers. Protect it with your lives.
So on to the alleged final boss. This is the Goblin Conclave. It's 3 incredibly weak trash mobs with names. There's really nothing to it. The only thing you have to even think about is that you don't want to AoE them, because when you kill one, the other 2 heal up. So it's kind of like those trash mobs from AQ40 for all you old school WoW raiders. But so I think I started out AoEing here, not knowing any better, and then had to ultimately wasted all that damage. As you can see, the enemies drop very fast. It's really, really easy. After the first one dies, you'll see the other 2 heal up in a second. There we go, yeah. I guess they get stronger, but whatever. Yeah, so we're going to have to focus single target from now on. The other thing you want to do is make sure you're focus firing and not splitting your DPS. Assume that your group members that you've pugged are, don't know what they're doing. And just attack whatever they're attacking. Instead of assuming they'll attack your mob, even if your mob is the correct one to attack. Just look at what your DPS are doing. And the last guy goes down. I noticed the tank's health was getting, taking some hits here. I didn't notice that during the fight, but I see that now. So maybe there is something to it. Maybe they hit the tank pretty hard or something. I don't know. But we were not too terribly over-leveled for this. It's like a level 23 dungeon, and we're like level 25, except for our healer, who was way over-leveled. So, it wasn't that bad. But anyway. So yeah, click on this thing to finish the last quest, and there's your loot. Alright, well that's it for today. Again, the new guild is I Play Without Pants On, which is an apt description if there ever was one. And it's on Snarebrush-PVP. Check us out. If you're on Snarebrush and you are interested in a guild with an endgame focus, we are it. So anyway, thanks for watching. This was Cromar with TGN.TV. Stay tuned for lots more content.